Morimoto finally did it. They made the taillight for the 23 and up Ford Super Duty. This has been requested a million times over in the comment section on Headlight Revolution. It's finally here. Is it any good? Let's get this baby installed. Now with the Super Duties, the taillights specifically, there is 3 different types of taillights. You either have half incandescent and half LED like you see here. The LED is the reverse light area, but the brake lights, the turn signals, they're all incandescent bulbs and they will fail. And you can definitely upgrade them to the Morimoto XB without even turning it on. I know it'll be an upgrade compared to that. There's also a taillight that is completely incandescent, which is definitely gonna be an upgrade. Now, if you do have the Platinum or Limited version, these will not work for your vehicle. But if you got anything incandescent in here, just know it's going to fit, and everything is included in the box. The Morimoto XB taillights are available in 2 different colors. You can either choose the smoke lens, which is that dark styling, or the red lens, which is more of an OEM plus look. Either way, it doesn't look like anything else on the market, guaranteed. Their reverse lights, they have increased the performance compared to your stock reverse lights. It's much brighter, it's much more full, it's much more usable. If for whatever reason that light output isn't enough, you can also install the Morimoto backup light boost bar you've probably seen on this channel before. That mounts to the top of the license plate and you gain an extra 2,700 lumens of light. It's essentially a light bar that's now plug and play with the new taillights for the Ford Super Duty. They're also completely DOT compliant. Both colors are designed in accordance with the DOT, SAE, and FM VMSS 108 standards, with their integrated red reflex reflectors on the sides. Their intensity in all modes is brighter than stock with a broader visible range thanks to their optical design. The Morimoto XB taillights are all engineered, tested, and designed here in America, and they offer a 5-year warranty. So I'm gonna stop talking. Let me show you the install because it is super easy. To get these installed, lower the tailgate of the vehicle. We're gonna remove the 2 8mm bolts that secure this taillight to the vehicle. With those bolts removed, just pull the taillight towards you. Now you can disconnect all 3 connectors on the back side and pull that taillight away. Now if you have the factory bliss module, you'll have to transfer that over from your OEM taillight to the new taillights. Place your factory taillight face down on a soft surface to prevent the scratching of the lens. Remove the 4 T20 Torx screws that secure the radar bracket and the assembly. Pull the radar bracket out and disconnect the white 2-pin reverse connector. Then you can slide the radar module out of the bracket. Disconnect the radar module from the sub-harness on the radar bracket. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws that secure the radar bracket to the taillight assembly. Connect the radar module to the sub-harness on the XP taillight radar bracket. Install that radar module onto the bracket in the same orientation it was on the stock taillight. Make sure that the radar module is fully clipped into position and centered on the bracket. Now you can reinstall the bracket onto the taillight. Now there are alcohol wipes included to wipe this surface clean. We're going to wipe this sheet metal behind the taillight in the taillight cavity. We're then going to remove the backing from the steel magnet mount plate and adhere them to that sheet metal. This is going to allow you to mount those 2 included resistors in the taillight cavity. Use the resistor harness to connect one of the resistors to one of the factory 3-pin parking light connector. Connect the taillight harness to the reverse connector and the remaining brake and resistor connectors as shown. Now, if you're going to install that backup light boost bar, it's super easy. We're gonna remove the 2 bolts that secure the license plate onto the rear bumper. We're gonna install that boost bar onto the license plate and reinstall the license plate hardware. Route that wire up to the rear bumper. We're going to connect this to the passenger side taillight. Remove the entire OEM taillight, transfer over the bliss module just like we did on the driver's side. And then you can locate that BLBB plug. It looks like this with a cover on it. Simply pull it away and connect that wire that you routed up to the taillight cavity. Now you can connect that taillight as well, connect the BLBB, install everything with the factory 8mm bolts that secure the taillight to the vehicle. Make sure you get into the vehicle before you fully button everything up and zip tie everything out of the way to confirm that all functions are working properly. So I just got these installed, and right off the bat, they look so much better than your stock taillights. Now this is just parking light. I know you remember those 2 incandescent bulbs on your parking lights. They are hardly on. I really thought that there was something wrong when I first started filming that taillight. This, you're not gonna have an issue noticing parking light. You got this sweet extra supplemental light all the way around, and then obviously this entire bar right here, this will be all your parking light. When you hit the brakes, it's extremely bright. As you can see, you got both bars here. And then when you hit your turn signal, you're gonna notice that standard blink, but it's an instant on, instant off. Remember, your slow on, slow off incandescent bulbs can't hang with that. And when you hit reverse, you're going to notice this massive bar here. Did you notice on your OEM lights that the bar illuminated, but it was just the center that had LEDs? The rest of it was just a scam. On the top and bottom, I didn't even see LEDs. So this utilizes so many more LEDs, you get a lot more light output in reverse, and the optics really do refine that light output when you're reversing. Obviously, when you install that backup light boost bar, you're going to get way more light output in reverse. And side note, I did notice that you could choose either the passenger side or the driver's side to connect that plug and play connector for the backup light boost bar. So technically you could put two on if you really wanted to. Obviously, this is a no-brainer. This is the smoked version. If you like the OEM Plus red look also, get that at headlightrevolution.com. Type in your year, make, and model, because we've also tested a ton of lighting for this vehicle, not just bulbs, but tail lights, third brake lights, and so much more. Go to Headlight Revolution today, and we'll see you guys there.